My stepfather used to work for Nobody Beats the Wiz. You remember Nobody Beats the Wiz?
Yeah, I do.
He was the
Mr. Commercials.
Nobody Beats the Wiz was an electronics superstore that TVs and everything, and he was the head of human resources because he was with them from the beginning, and he had a guy because this is how crazy this company was. Human resources, he would hire every single person. And there was like 30, 40 stores individually. And they would hook them up to a polygraph test.
What?
To get the job, you had to take a polygraph.
No way that's legal, but that's amazing.
Completely illegal. But my stepdad's dead for like 15 years, and fuck the other guy.
He administered polygraph tests?
So he had a guy
How
who...
you never told me this before, son?
I did tell you. You forgot. I have a lot of things I've told you. So he had this guy who was a retired NYPD detective. He was injured on the job, retired, and the guy lived in like the middle of like really mafioso Brooklyn, like Bensonhurst or whatever.
Yeah.
And we used to go to his house because they were like best buddies.
Yep.
Because they hired the entire hundreds of people together. And we used to go to his house for Christmas, and we were Jews, you know? So I was like, oh, Christmas is the best. We'd go there, they give me gifts and shit. Fucking lights everywhere. There's fucking pigs on the table.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of like real deal, old school
Sure.
slot machines, you know? And they were like best friends. And then that guy, he fucking, they ended up firing him from Nobody Beats the Wiz. And he thought my stepfather had something to do with it. Okay?
Oh, fuck.
He thought my stepdad, like, and this was like his like best buddy, you know? My stepdad had nothing to do with it. It was the, the guys who owned the company were like, yo, you got to get it was probably they got too big to be like polygraphing people.
I was just about to say, I love how he blames it on your dad. Meanwhile, he's waterboarding people in the
Right,
back.
exactly,
to get a promotion.
That's why when I was a kid, I was like, I can never get a real job because I am not passing the fucking polygraph test. I lied just telling him
growing
this.
up as a kid thought you had to pass a polygraph to get a job.
Dude,
I thought that too.
well, they used
Kid.
and he used to give me like used to give like these like quizzes where they would like find out what your personality was. Like,
Those are
30 question like
This is all to sell motherfuckers refrigerators,
this
bro?
was for like to hire like
Appliances.
managers and shit of like, but these stores are making millions of dollars, so they need like, but they also wanted like stupid people. They didn't want too
That's
smart.
the thing.
They needed like like you had to like fit into the area of like.
It's like sales. You want someone whose back is against the wall and is hungry.
Right.
To go in there and not come back to you and go, I got a good idea of how we could do this. No. You go in at 8 and you leave at 8 and you pound the phone and do what you have to.
Right.
There's a certain type of person that can kind of just, that's no problem.
An idiot.
Yeah. Someone who's back
Because
against
anybody
the
who
wall.
knows any better is like, I should do
Someone
something
who's
better
like,
than
someone
this.
who's sitting in an interview like this, being like, this is totally normal with the fucking payload.
I'll show up every day and do this. This sounds wonderful. Without murdering myself.
Unbelievable.
So this guy thinks my stepfather, who definitely didn't do it, my stepdad was the kindest, sweetest, nicest guy in the world. He thought he did it. So my father was connected man. He was working with guys. He owned strip clubs. And he went to my father's strip club to have a meeting with my father and the guy who my father was connected with because he wanted to put a hit out on my stepfather.
Whoa.
He wanted to whack my stepdad.
All for a Nobody Beats the Wiz job, son?
Nobody beats
That's
the Wiz
fucking wild, bro.
Somebody did beat the Wiz.
nobody
So he was trying to
beats
beat the Wiz.
Hey,
He's
no,
the Wiz.
He was...
nobody,
I'm the fucking Wiz out here.
nobody whacks the Wiz. So
Whoa,
so,
dude. How much money was that guy making?
he was making 150, 200 grand a year, probably. He was making a lot of money.
Honestly, if I thought your stepdad fired me in what was that, the 80s?
No, this was like 93-ish.
Wow, 93, 200K.
Yeah.
Just
That's
to
a lot.
polygraph him.
Buck 50. He's getting a full retirement from the NYPD.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember he was deaf in one ear because of a gunshot. He probably like murked somebody and got fuck my ear. Anyway, he goes to my father. I want to, and my dad's guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm coming to you because, like, let's get rid of this fucking piece of shit. I want to get rid of him." And my father, for all the like fucked up things he had done to my mother and in my life and everything, which he did wonderful things but also some really bad things. But he said to the guy, he's like, "I'm happy you." Well, my father talked like this. Hold on, let me.
lube it up.
Get a little bit of liquid courage and.
My father talked like this.
Amazing.
He said, "I'm happy you came here to tell me this today." He goes, because now I know if anything happened to my son's stepfather, it's because of you. You better follow him around and make sure nothing happened to him, because if it does, I'm going to break you into 50 pieces.
This guy's like, fuck me.
I mean, what
I
a, hey, what a dummy.
And you know how I know this is
Works at
true?
Nobody Beats the Wiz.
You know how I know this is true? Because my mother told me. My mother hated my father. My father kidnapped my mother's parents. Just for perspective.
What? Wait, whoa.
Just for perspective.
When did he do that?
Well, he needed startup money for his discotheque. so he took my mom's parents captive. He's like, come on, I know you got $20,000. Yeah.
He locked him in the room until they...
I don't know exactly how he did it, but my bubby, rest in peace, Bubba. She told me, your father, he locked us up, he took us.
Did they ever get their money back?
No, they never got it. He owes us like
That money's gone.
Yeah, it's gone. It's all right. It's all right. They were smart with their money, and they were wonderful people, and the exact opposite. And my mother, not like my father. And, my father died alone and penniless in a shower in Las Vegas somewhere.
Honestly,
so be a good person. And
that's what
happens, though, with
marriage.
But he did one good thing.
marriage.
He kept my stepdad, who was the most amazing guy, from getting whacked. And then my stepdad died a couple of years later from lung cancer, so he couldn't stop that.
How great would it have been if your dad was like,
I'm going to kill every CEO of Marlboro to avenge my son's stepfather. Thanks, Dad.
If you feeling like a pimp.